Alright, we can probably get this guy here, probably. Garth. Go. Pull him back. Pull him back. Yes, sir. Damage. Let's go. Bro, I'm telling you, man. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. So much fucking skill in this guy's arsenal. Look at this guy. That shit is heavy to him. Whatever, though. Let's go. Easy wins. Shit is heavy to attack that guy, though, to be honest. Oh, yeah, baby. Damage. Oh, yes, sir. Damage. We're just trying to kite until we get our little combo. Here we go. It's gonna come right back. What? I tried to hit. I had grit up. Oh, shot. I got. Oh, this guy's dead. Later. Later. Avoid that. Just be safe. Just grab on this guy. He's dead. Later. What's poppin', people? It is your boy Zaycer coming to you guys with another video here today, and today we're going to be finally bringing you guys the build video that everybody's been asking for, that everybody's been wanting, the light bruiser build that I've been using in the 3v3 arenas, okay, and like you can use it for small scale. Now I will just say I do not recommend this build for wars. Okay, this is not intended to be a war build. If you want something that I use for war, I did make a previous build video, feel free to check it out. The previous build video that I made is what I would use during war, more likely than this. This is just more so for small scale fighting, so 3v3 arenas, duels, open world PvP, like small scale open world PvP where it's like 2v3 or 1v2s, stuff like that. Okay, this is not intended to be you know, like a war build. You could try it in war if you want, and it would probably be fun to play, but I don't think it'd be as useful. But with that being said, let's get into everything. Now keep in mind, I'm going to explain everything. I'm going to talk about the gear that I have. I'm going to talk about what I would replace perks with, what kind of gear I would look for to, replacements. I'm going to talk about my abilities, how I set up my weapons, everything like that. Okay, so just stay tuned, especially for the abilities, because I'm gonna be talking about that a decent amount as well. But let's get into the gear. So for starters, again, we are in light armor. Okay. So we have a light helmet. Okay, this offers the sundering shockwave and refreshing. Now refreshing is it is what it is. Obviously there are better options, but sundering shockwave, if you're a bruiser, is an essential. Doesn't matter if you're light, heavy, medium, does not matter. If you're running the hammer, you need to be running shockwave, and if you're running shockwave, you need to be running sundering shockwave. Like, it's just very simple. It's an AoE CC that rends people for 10%. Like, it's huge, man. Like, you just need to be using it. For the refreshing perk, I would rather, since this is a 2 perk item, I would replace refreshing with Resil if I could. Resilient, if I could have this as a 3 perk item, I would have resilient, and then something like refreshing evasion, and then centering shockwave, something like that. That would be a really cracked out item, obviously, but that type of item would probably be expensive as fuck. But that would be an ideal situation. Again, refreshing, evasion, resil, sending shockwave, or maybe throwing like a shirking fortification or a shirking heals or something like that. But again, this is a decent item. This is definitely usable, but there are definitely better options out there. Moving on to our chest piece, we do have a medium chest piece. This offers us resilient and refreshing ward. Refreshing ward, I would replace this in a heartbeat if I could. Refreshing evasion would be significantly better than this. I would replace refresh. This is just a placeholder. I had this in my storage when I wanted to play a light bruiser. This is the only chest piece that I had that I could use use for a light bruiser. And I just threw it on. And it's not terrible because of resilient, right? Obviously, you can use resil, and resil is good, but refreshing ward, in my opinion, is useless. It doesn't help me. I'm not a fan of refreshing ward whatsoever. There are definitely better options, and I would replace this again with refreshing evasion, shirking heals, shirking fortification. In my situation specifically, I would probably replace that actually with insatiable gravwell, and I'll explain that why in a little bit. But that's probably what I would do personally. But again, we'll explain that in a little bit. Okay. Going to my gloves, we currently have shirking heal. So keep in mind, I did get this from the PvP track. So PvP track is actually goated. If you're not grinding on the PvP track, you're botting about, man. Try to get it. Okay, so these gloves offer a shirking heals, refreshing, and resilient. Okay, this is pretty fucking cracked. I'm not gonna lie. These are practically BIS style gloves for light anything, to be honest with you. It offers con, so you can use this for like bruiser, you can use this for mage. Like it's cracked, bro. Like it's really fucking good, man. If you can get your hands on this shit is really fucking good. Like I said, I got it from the PvP track. Shit's fucking goated. Shirking heals is fucking massive, and the thing is I've been saying this for so long that I feel like the biggest thing that New World needs to work on when it comes to just PvP is allowing players to be more self-sufficient. And like, I mean, yeah, that's pretty much it. Like allowing players to be more self-sufficient so that there's more of a skill gap. You know, I feel like New World, like it does have a little bit of a skill gap, but ultimately like the skill gap isn't that big, especially compared to other MMOs. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's because in this game you're not that self-sufficient. You're not very like, you know, you're not able to really heal yourself that much. You're not able to, you know what I mean? Like it's really hard to be self-sufficient, especially as a bruiser. A bruiser, you're just, I mean, you're using your abilities, right? You're using your combos, but a lot of the time you're just iframing and left clicking. Like it's not really that much to it. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like this is a step in the right direction. Shirking heals it allows you to be a little more self-sufficient. You can get your own heals just from iframing and avoiding damage, which you should be doing anyway. So I think shirking heals is huge, and if you stack it, if you get multiple pieces of this, then your healing will probably be insane. I mean, if let's say you, I mean, obviously, I don't know if you would ever have 5 pieces of this, but if you had 5 pieces of it, you iframe one thing, right? You iframe one thing, you're getting 500 health plus 5% of your max HP. Like that's a lot of health. That is a lot of HP, bro, and that's on top of your pots and all that, dude. Like that's insane. I think shirking heals is gonna be huge. I'm definitely gonna be looking to getting as many of these pieces as possible down the road for sure. But anyway, like I said, definitely look into the PvP track. It offers some really good items, and we'll talk about some other items that I got from it as well in a second. But moving on, I have these pants here, offer me refreshing, evasion, and resilient. I got these out of an OPR chest. Best item I've gotten out of an OPR chest, I'm pretty sure. I mean, it's a BIS 2 perker. I mean, it is what it is. It's a BIS 2 perker. It doesn't get much better than that. Resil, refreshing, evasion, like, and it's con. I can use this again on pretty much anything. I use this on a mage. I can use this on a light bruiser. I can use this pretty much wherever the fuck I want. Medium bruiser, or not bruiser, I mean, I can use this on a medium bruiser, but I have other pants that I use because it offers me something else. But don't worry about that, okay? But these are cracked out pants. Again, best pants I've ever gotten out of OPR chest, or best item I've ever gotten out of OPR chest, man. It's really fucking good. Again, nothing bad here whatsoever. And then going on to my boots, Insatiable Gravwell and Refreshing Evasion. Again, these are good boots. Can't complain about these at all. These are really good fucking boots, man. I will say that I again did get some cracked out items out of the fucking PvP track. So I got these boots here as well that offer again shirking heals, refreshing and resilient. I really want to use these boots because again I just really want to stack that healing as much as possible, that self-sufficient healing. But I feel like Insatiable Gravwell is an essential if you're a bruiser, and I really don't want to lose it because I don't have any other pieces right now that offer Insatiable Gravwell. So for me personally, right, in an ideal situation, and what I want to do right now and what I'm trying to do is I want to find a light chest piece, which some people are gonna be like, what, why would you do that, right? Because obviously you can have a medium chest piece, get that extra armor. So I want to find a light chest piece with Insatiable Gravwell on it, because then I can use this medium helmet that I also have, okay? And this medium helmet also offers me shirking heals, refreshing evasion, and resilience. So I want to run this helmet, I want to run these boots and these gloves all together, and I have 3 pieces of shirking heals, and I feel like that would be that'd be cracked out. But again, I need to see if I can find something that I can afford. If I can find a light armor, Insatiable Gravwell. I mean, and again, I'm gonna be losing out on armor, on like resistances. I'm definitely gonna be losing out on the resistances just because a medium chest piece has more armor rating than like a helmet, for example, than a medium helmet. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's a significant difference. This has like 350 something. 354, and this only has 152, so I would definitely be losing armor rating, but I really want to try out the shirking heals, but you know what I'm saying, I don't know, it is what it is. That's just me personally. But Again, I feel like you really can't get rid of Insatiable Gravwell. It's a really good thing to have as a bruiser. So it is what it is. I'll probably play around with it a little bit, but ultimately, like, that's really what I want to do. I could replace the pants, but again, the pants are really good 2-perkers. So I don't know, man. We'll see. I mean, actually, that wouldn't even help me though, because I wouldn't be able to put on my helmet. So it would have to be the chest piece. I don't know. Like I said, I'll play with it. Alright, but anyway, moving on to the amulet. We got a pretty good amulet. We have Divine, Slash Protection, and Health. This is a pretty cracked out amulet, and it also, again, it is Con. This will probably be my amulet, my main amulet for probably as long as I play this game. It doesn't get much better than this, to be honest with you. Especially as somebody that usually plays melee. Slash Protection is huge. Most melee use some form of a slash damage weapon. Like the Great Axe is like the main melee weapon, I'd say, in the game. If you're not using that, sometimes people use swords. I mean, obviously you have people that use like spears and whatnot as well, and rapiers, and obviously that's thrust damage. But for the most part, people are using slash weapons, so it's really good to have, man. And then obviously Divine and Health are an essential for an amulet, man. So I mean, this shit's cracked out. This will probably be my best amulet that I use probably for the entirety of this game. But you know, it's pretty cracked out. But anyway, moving on. We do have the Smooth Bone Ring. You can farm this from Laz, okay, from Lazarus. Again, it offers us Leeching, Hardy, and Keen Awareness. A lot of people like using slash damage rings, like this one. Slash damage rings are good. For this build specifically, though, a lot of your damage comes from your hammer. And obviously your hammer doesn't offer any slash damage. So for this build specifically, I would not recommend slash damage rings. But for like a normal, you know, like a war build, for example, slash damage rings are actually pretty cracked. They do offer a little bit more damage. It's not so much where it's like insane, where like it's like, oh my god, you have to run it, but it is definitely noticeable. It is definitely noticeable, and it's really good. Now, what I want to do, what I really want to do, is run this ring right here, Champions Ring. I got this from the PvP track as well. Okay, again, PvP track is fucking cracked out. Okay, basically what this does is you deal 3% more damage, or your abilities deal 3% more damage, depending on how many, or 3% more damage per buff that is on the other player. You understand what I'm saying? So for example, if you, right, if I'm fighting you and you have a Hardy Mill active, you have a Honing Stone active, and you have a fucking, I don't fucking know, you have the food active, your attribute food, right? Okay, well again, that's, you have 3 attributes. That's 3 times 3. You have 9. You have, that's 9% more damage that I'm dealing to you. You understand what I'm saying? So in every fight that you will ever probably be in, especially in war, you are going to be doing a significant amount of more damage. Like significant, especially in war. In war, everybody is fucking buffed, right? Like everybody is extremely buffed out in a war, because wars matter the most, right? So you're gonna have your food buff, your Honing Stone, your fucking, you know, your Hardy Meals. You're gonna have your fucking, like, your healer buffs are gonna be active. If you're running like the fucking little incense things, right? Like the little incense resistance things, you're gonna have that up. You're gonna have your Topaz up. You know what I mean? Like, dude, like you're gonna be buffed the fuck out, man. And all that buffing means that me, if I'm running this ring, I'm going to be dealing so much more damage to you, and that shit just sounds lit to me. So this ring I really want to use, but I can't, because if I put it on, because I'm trying to do 150 or 150 con and rest in the strength with this build. If I do this, then just by gear alone I will be over 150, and I guess, I mean, I could be slightly over 150 and just lose a little bit on the attributes, which isn't that big of a deal, but I don't know, it kind of bothers me being like at like 151 or 152 or some shit like that, you know what I mean, con, because those 2 points or whatever it is completely useless to me. But maybe I'll try it out, I don't know, but that ring is definitely cracked. Smooth Bone, again, is very good as well. You can use it, you can farm this as well from Lazarus, real easy to get, so I recommend it. My earring is dog shit. We have Refreshing and we have Regenerating. I would definitely replace this with Doom's Chance. If I farm Doom's Chance, I will be able to use, I believe Doom's Chance offers strength. Don't quote me on that, but I think Doom's Chance gives you strength stat. And if it does give you strength stat, then I could use this ring. So I might have to actually go out of my way to farm Doom's Chance. And I've been just too lazy to do it. But if I do that, then I'll probably be able to use this ring. And then I think that should be fucking cracked the fuck out, man. So we're probably gonna end up doing that. We'll see. But again, earring, I would recommend Doom Chance if you don't mind farming it. Go farm it. But this earring is just a placeholder. It's not terrible. It's usable, but there are definitely better options out there for sure. My great axe are running the opal, okay, and we have refreshing move, okay, and we have enchanted. I would replace enchanted with throwing strikes in a heartbeat. Obviously, it offers me the exact same thing. Damn, I've been getting AFK checked, man. But yeah, I would use again thwarting strikes over enchanted in a heartbeat. 11% obviously instead of 9.7 for light attacks and heavy attacks, because I'm always gridded out, so it's just, you know, it doesn't make a difference. And then on top of that, with certain abilities, you have grit, obviously from the great axe. So like your charge, for example, has grit. So your charge, if you do like a light attack charge weave, like a light attack charge, that charge would hit for 11% stronger, which is obviously huge, especially if you're using it to like burst somebody. That's huge. And then if you're using Maelstrom, the first part in Maelstrom has grit as well. I don't know if you can see that, but the first part in Maelstrom also has grit. So again, thwarting strikes is huge if you could get it, but obviously that would be expensive. But again, thwarting strikes refreshing move is cracked. If you don't want to use refreshing move, you don't have to. I personally think it's good because after I burn through all my CDs and everything, I'm still going to be hitting people. I'm still going to be light attacking people. I'm still trying to deal some damage, stay on top of people, and as I'm doing that, I'm just getting my CDs back. Some people like using damaging abilities like flame attunement and whatnot. You can use flame attunement, that just offers you a little bit more damage, which again is good, right? It's not bad at all. There's a lot of top bruisers that I know that use it. There's also a lot of top bruisers that I know use refreshing move. In a 1v1 setting, flame attunement is definitely better. I personally feel like in a war setting, refreshing move is better because you're going to be getting your grav wells and your combos up a little bit more. But again, it's personal preference. I personally like refreshing move. I know people that like other perks here, but again, I don't know. Personally, I like refreshing move, but that's just me. All right, and then going on to the hammer, running the Malachite gem in this, and we are running Blackguard's Warhammer. You can farm this from the new Tempest dungeon up north. Okay, this is you can farm this. It's pretty much a Bis hammer. I don't know if it is anymore. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure it is. But it's either a Bis hammer or the Bis hammer. You know what I'm saying? Like it's definitely one of the top hammers in the game for sure. Offers us thwarting strikes, which is huge, by the way, for this build, because all of our hammer abilities offer grit. Every single one of them have grit. Okay, so that's huge. And then we have Keen. You can never go wrong with Keen. And then Keenly Empowered. Obviously, you know, crit chance is getting increased, and then obviously on crit we gain Empower. So those things just go hand in hand together. Can't complain about that shit whatsoever. All right, but let's get into the combo. All right, there are a few combos that you can use with this build. Okay, for starters, again, the main damage that you're going to get from this build is usually going to probably revolve around your hammer. You can obviously delete people with your great axe as well. But we're going to talk about the hammer combo first. Okay, so in an ideal situation, okay, the combo is you're going to shockwave, you're going to wrecking ball, you're going to light attack, armor breaker. That is the combo while they're on the ground. Okay, so when they're on the ground and they're flattened, you're going to hit them with, again, light attack, because they won't get up from just a light attack, and then you hit them with the armor breaker, and you do a lot of damage if you land the combo correctly. Okay, now keep in mind, sometimes your character will like swing slow like that, okay, and then other times like he'll swing out like fast as shit. So it kind of depends. I was playing around with it to see if there's a reason why. I'm pretty sure if you roll into it, you get that consistent fast swing, but I'm not 100% on that, but that's what I think it is, but again, I'm not sure. And then the other combat you can use, okay, is a grav well. You're gonna roll in, you're gonna shockwave, and then if you have Maelstrom, you can use Maelstrom. Now keep in mind, Reap is huge right now. Reap, especially for small scale fights, is very, very, very good because it prevents people from being able to escape your grav well. So you can also throw a grav, okay, and then you can get inside of it. You can like light attack and then reap to make sure they don't leave, or you can just throw a grav well and then reap to again pull them back in so they can't get out of your grav well. Okay, so reap is huge as well. The only reason why I'm using Maelstrom is because, like I said, I played OPR a couple days ago, and I just like using Maelstrom to be able to kill clumps. That's just my personal preference. I do like Reap. At one point, I liked Reap more than Maelstrom, but just being able to kill clumps is just too fun to me, man. But for small scale fights, I'd recommend Reap more than Maelstrom. But this is just, you know, how I'm enjoying, you know, the build right now. Okay. So again, those are your combos. Okay, you could throw a Gravwell, and if you have Reap, you just Reap them to pull them back into the middle. Okay, so they can't escape. If you have Maelstrom, you just look for a Shockwave, and then you swap back over, hit them with a Maelstrom. Okay, and then again with your hammer, you're looking. The main part that you're looking for is that Wrecking Ball. Now, obviously, landing that Shockwave is huge because you know, it offers that 10% run, so you're dealing 10% more damage. With the full combo, so the rend is huge, but you don't need it, right? Like if somebody's like in light armor and they're just trying to avoid you, you can roll into them, hit them with a Wrecking Ball, and then, you know, like handle your business. You know what I mean? You don't need the Shockwave, but it obviously does help. So look for those opportunities where you can find them, but don't try to force it, if that makes sense. All right, but anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed the build. I hope it was useful to you guys. I know a lot of you guys have been asking for it, so I hope that it was as good as you guys have been, you know, expecting. This video did go on a little bit longer than I was expecting it to go, so I do apologize for that. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please make sure to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell another friend about me, about your boy Zayce. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and listen to Zaycer Army today. I appreciate each and every one of you. I love each and every one of you. And this has been your boy Zayce, and I catch you guys on the flip side. Peace.